For the first time ever, Arcade1UP has introduced a remote Wi-Fi live online multiplayer Capcom Legacy Edition. This here is the all-new Yoga Flame Capcom Legacy Edition. In which, featuring over 14 different games, is absolutely a blast from the past. Now, together we'll be unboxing it as well as seeing exactly what it's all about. So if you guys wanted your own, check out the link down below in the description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get our play on. Alright, so this here's our packaging, this here's our box. Overall, a pretty cool looking box. Kind of showcases the amazing artwork based off of Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Now you do get 14 games in the list right over here. Now, other than that, I am super pumped up to open this thing up, so let's go ahead and see what's inside. Alright, so this here is everything out of the box. You do get a user manual here explaining how to go ahead and build this. Now, it does come with some extra pieces. For instance, we have the octagon restrictor plates. So that's kind of nice that they do include this. I think there was a lot of demand for it, so props to you guys for asking for that. And over here, we actually have a lot of different pieces. Surprisingly, a lot more than I was imagining. On the back of this particular unit here, you can actually see what's going on. So it looks like we do have our Wi-Fi connection. And then we have a variety of different ports, and it's a 17-inch screen. It looks like a really decent sized monitor. So yes, let's go ahead and cue up that montage and build ourselves an Arcade1UP. Alright, so we're finally built, and I have to say, overall it was actually a pleasant experience. Now, there is a lot of smaller details that I haven't seen in other Arcade1UPs, mainly with the side pieces here. It kind of gives it a little bit of a wider stance, so you do have more room to play, especially if you're playing with a friend. Now, this does require extra amount of work in terms of building it together, and then even the specific marquee was actually a slide-in, which was actually quite unique, so you can technically go ahead and swap it out and customize it based on your own liking. Now, overall, the appearance of it is actually really cool, so let's go ahead and dig a little bit deeper and take a closer look at this thing. Alright, so on first appearance, it looks like any other Arcade1UP cabinet. However, looking at it is actually really cool. Now, one thing that really does stand out is this art piece on the side. Now, this being the Yoga Flame edition, you can see Dalsum there. You have a lot of different firework and effects going throughout it, but you have all the characters on here from the original Street Fighter, as well as Ryu. Look at the details on this thing, absolutely mind-blowing. Now, on the side pieces here, you do have some fire, and then on the front bottom portion, you can see it says 35th anniversary. That is actually a really nice twist. And then you have this red, essentially almost like pinstriping going throughout it, which actually looks really nice. Now, it does have the Arcade1UP logo right here on the front, so that's kind of unique. I haven't seen that before. And then you do have the fake coin slot, definitely realistic. I hope in the future these will actually light up or play as a function to go ahead and start it up. Now, as you kind of move about here, the top part, as I already mentioned, you can go ahead and essentially slide this in here and swap this out if you really wanted to, but it's actually a really cool design. It says Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition Hyper Fighting Turbo. Kind of showcases the different versions of the game there. Now, in terms of the border, you can see it has all the characters from the original. However, it does seem to be missing some portions here on the bottom, which you actually can see right over here. So this here is the original, where it actually has a little bit more in terms of specifications. Now, moving back to here, you actually see it's got essentially an extra piece right here. So I wish this was actually graphic to kind of fit a little bit better with the side pieces, but it still looks really nice. And then it does have a little bit of wider stance, so you can go ahead and play with a friend and have a little bit more space. You have your aux port, your power button, your volume button, your live button, which is actually the unique thing, so you can actually play with people online in real time. How cool is that? Now, you have your 1 and 2 player, and then you do have your joystick as well as your buttons. Now in terms of the joystick, you go ahead and swap out the particular panel. So there's a circle one as well as a hexagon. Now we went ahead and swapped it out to the hexagon. This essentially kind of gives you a little bit more leverage in terms of hitting the specific keys such as backflip or defensive crouch. It kind of gives a little bit more of a click. Rather than a full circle that you really would see with the original version of it. So this is a little bit easier for fighting games, so just keep that in mind. So if you're going to be using this for console mainly for fighting, this is a great way to go. Otherwise, just keep it the standard traditional circle. And then, yeah, overall, definitely has a very nice appearance. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on next and see what happens. Now, when I hit on, it'll have a standard boot up. However, there is a little bit of a twist. So you have your marquee lighting up first, followed up by a loading screen. Now this is real time. You can see how long this actually does take for it to boot up. Most of these Arcade1UPs, the newer ones, do take a little bit of time. There's your traditional Arcade1UP logo, but with a twist. Ready? I love that. So you do have Ken kind of jumping up there with the 35th anniversary. Attacking the Arcade1UP sign looked really, really cool. Now it does have a nice crisp quality 35th anniversary screen there, 17 inches, very, very beautiful, very vibrant in color, and a lovely menu. Check it out. So this is really cool. So it shows your guest account, in this case is just player whatever, but it shows a leadership in terms of all these people here that are playing, how many wins, how many loses, and then the game that you can go and choose from, as well as your settings. So you can go ahead and move about. For instance, in settings, you're gonna click on jab, and this will let me go ahead and change the network settings, sound effects, and update it as well. Now in terms of games goes, you can actually see there is actually a good amount of games. And I will actually kind of dig a little bit deeper and try each of these out to kind of give you a little bit of a teaser. But you do have a good variety in terms of Capcom games. And I have to say they did a great selection in that. I have a lot of different beat 'em ups as well as fighting games, so that's kind of cool to see exactly what they're doing. Now, in terms of online mode, so if I just go ahead and click on a game like this, it'll give me the option of local or online. Local will be for 2 players side by side, versus online, you click that, it'll bring us to the lobby. Now, the lobby will show who is playing and who is not playing. In this case here, these people here are in a locked room, meaning they're playing against each other, probably friends. And then these here are open lobby slots. So you can go ahead and pick one and somebody can actually just join with you. Or you can do a quick match based on your own personal preference. So you just click on this. You can add your own password. So you can tell your friend, hey, listen, I'll be in room 1. This is the password. Join me whenever you get a chance. And now currently I just opened my own lobby with no password. So anybody can actually join me. And you can even go ahead and watch people play too, which is really cool. So as we're playing, anybody can go ahead and join in and just kind of play with me whenever I want to. How cool is that? So let's go ahead and check out some of these games. All right, so this here is our main hub. Actually, a pretty cool setup here. So we're logged in currently as a guest, as you see up here. However, this does showcase a leadership board, kind of identifying everything that's happening in terms of how many wins, how many loses, and then in terms of the levels based on who's playing. Now, as we kind of hit right here, you can see the different games, in which they all have their own leadership, of course. So first one we're looking at is the Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Championship Edition, Turbo Mode, Puzzle Fighter. We have so many other games from Capcom, and I have to say these are actually pretty cool. You have Final Fight, and then of course Slam Masters, and then Sports Club. So actually a good amount of selection in terms of games, and obviously you can go ahead and play each of these online, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So to kind of showcase that, how that works out, so what you do is just go ahead and pick the game first by clicking on Hyper Fighting, and select this, and then it's going to say either local game or online game. So let's try online game. And this will essentially put us into the lobby. And you can see these people here are actually playing. So this one here is actually playing against a friend, so locked. However, this one here is actually open, so I can click this and I can spectate and essentially kind of join in if one person decides to leave. There we are. So I'm gonna try joining in. All right, so these two people are actually playing in real time. How crazy is that? So you can go ahead and play against your friends, and essentially you don't have to leave the house. So this is actually still pretty cool in the terms of online gaming, and it's actually almost real time. So this just shows the number of spectators. So right now it's just one, which is us, but still pretty cool in terms of being able to watch people play. So yeah, so I can go ahead and leave the lobby, or essentially if one of them leaves. But yes, I can also even create my own room. So if I'm in number 3 here, I can add a password to it and then my friend can join me, or I can have it open and now I'll be playing the game. If someone decides to join me, they can always join me. So this here's hyper fighting version. So we got Blanca versus E Honda. Both big guys. Whoa, Blanca is just going crazy on me. Waha! I don't know how E Honda does that with his hands, but it's pretty cool. And we got started. No, he's eating me! No! Okay. Come on. Hiya, hiya! Hiya! Take that! Yeah! Haha! Take that, Blanca! So moving back out here, we can go and see the other games. So we have Champion Edition, we have Turbo Mode, we have Puzzle Fighter. So this is new. So I'm going to just hit a local game for now. Now, Puzzle Fighter is exactly what it sounds like. It's essentially Tetris, but with Street Fighter characters. So I'll do Ryu. There we go. Nice. So that is Puzzle Fighters. Again, this essentially it's like Tetris but with fighting, and it's actually a lot of fun. So this is called Progear. Let's try this out. All right, here we go. So we're just flying, shooting these bad guys, dodging all these missiles. Blow up all these different bad guys, and then you have all these crazy missiles, and then these are gigantic planes. I just died. So that's Progear. Now we have Giga Wing. Okay, so we're in this another plane game, shooting bad guys. Definitely probably a very nostalgic game. I've never played this before, but it's still pretty cool for what it is. So we're like in a plane and just killing all these bad guys trying to shoot at us. Very traditional style kind of game in terms of like plane shooters go, but it's got a lot of crazy animations, which you can already see what's going on there. Now we have Battle Circuit. Let's try this. Let's pick this guy, Cyber Blue. All right, yeah, so it's like a beat 'em up kind of game. So working our way down here. There we are. Take that. Okay, there we go. Okay. Robots. Oh, that's cool. Take that. So that's Battle Circuit. Now we have Captain Commando. Alright, so we can pick our character here. Alright, also another beat 'em up kind of game. It's kind of cool. So like fighting in a city, and Captain Commando has like these superpowers that you can go ahead and use. It's like, looks like a part robot, I'm not exactly sure. But the graphics are very nice in this. It's actually really, really smooth. I like that. Oh, you guys coming out of the sewers. Oh no, a big robot. Right on. Cool, I can drive this mech? That is cool. Take that! Oh no, he just destroyed my mech! Alright, so enough of Captain Commando. But yes, really cool looking beat 'em up kind of game. We have Armored Warriors. Alright, so more beat 'em up games. These are kind of cool. So they're actually giant robots. And you can see like those tiny people that you can go ahead and destroy. What in the world? Oh, cool. Yeah. Nice. Oh, I took my arm out. Let's see, we have Strider. Oh, wow. Whoa. Wait, what? Is he cutting people in half? Yeah, this is definitely a gruesome game. Whoa! Final fight. Wait, yeah, take that. So this is like a little bit like Streets of Rampage, but it's not. I don't know really how to describe it. It's like Streets of Rampage with karate. King of the Dragons. Here we go, stage 1. And then we have Saturday Night's Slam Masters. Alright, so we have all these different characters we can pick from. So this is like a wrestling game. Whoa, cool. What are you gonna do, buddy? Oh, he just jumped on me. Come on! Take that! Oh!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3.
I lost! That was pretty fun. And lastly, we have Capcom Sports Club. So this has different games. So we have tennis, we have soccer, and then we have like slam dunk. So let's just try soccer, just kind of show you how this plays out. Oh, nice. Ah, I got a goal. And there you guys have it. Overall, it's actually a great buy. I really like the fact that it has a lot of nostalgic value and you do get a lot of games from out of the console. Now, the unique thing about this, as once again mentioned, is it does have the live feature, so you can actually play online against your friends or just random people. And then to see, it's actually a really cool twist on the traditional Arcade1UP. Now, with that said, if you guys had any questions, comment down below. Otherwise, see you guys next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.